Good evening and welcome to ONTV's coverage of Dragon Sports. Varsity soccer action is on hand for you tonight. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke. Cranbrook is in town to take on your hometown Dragons. Lake Orion comes into this contest undefeated. March 19th was their home opener against Lapeer, and they tallied the W 4-1. And just recently, we're on the road at Oxford. The Wildcats put up a fight, but the Dragons shut them out 3-0 on the Wildcats' home field. So here we are back at Dragon Stadium, taking on Bloomfield Hills, Cranbrook Kingswood. Cranbrook comes into this one limping along a little bit, winless in the 25 season, dropping a 4-0 decision on the road at Divine Child. Their head coach is David Brown. The Dragons, on the other hand, are looking for another successful season, just like the one they had just 1 year ago. They're loaded with experience. 10 seniors lead this squad, including netminder Kylie Kapitsky. And the Dragons last year, if you weren't paying attention, are the defending district champs. And they fell eventually to Heartland, who was the regional and the state runner-up. Dropped that contest 3-2. All right, we'll be back after this short timeout with kickoff right after this. Stay tuned.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
All right, Ian Locke here, bringing you varsity soccer action for Orion Neighborhood Television. Is it really the spring season already? It looks like it's late fall out here. It is freezing cold. You can see the benches in on the far side of the field all wrapped up in their parkas, and the faithful here watching this contest are bundled up equally as tight to stay warm. You see that breeze is coming out of the north. It's brutal out here. It's chilly. It is early in the season. So, yeah, we're looking at April 3rd here. So we're lucky there isn't snow on the ground. But we're underway here. Home tilt against Kingswood. If you're new to Dragon Soccer and you're just tuning into this one to check it out, see what's happening, ONTV covers about 4 to 5 varsity soccer matches a year. And we also bring you lacrosse, a couple softball matches, and so on. So if you're new to tuning in and wondering what is the makeup of this Dragon squad, like we mentioned in the pregame, that the Dragons are loaded with senior talent, 10 seniors on this squad, and they are a very strong defensive unit, and they have been for a number of years under the direction of head coach Amanda Hutchison. They're also very good on the set pieces, corner kicks, and so on, but they really shine on the defensive end of the ball. So here we are underway. Looks like a throw in here for number 13 for Kingswood. Who is that? That is Asmani. And you can hear the action here at the sports complex at Lake Orion High School is very active. There's a track meet going on behind us. There's softball going on, baseball going on, and a nice feed up the middle. Ooh, good quality scoring chance for Lake Orion as we tick that one off as the first one of the game at 38-35. Dragons can score quickly, and so far they're attacking the middle of that Kingswood defense. Goalkeeper for Kingswood is Joanne Applefield, the senior netminder. Again, offense is going to be hard to come by for Kingswood today. Matching up with the Dragons will be very difficult. Nice tap in by number 12 for Lake Orion. That is Fedoranchik, the junior. Dragons can attack quickly and with force. And it looks like a goal kick coming for Applefield. Nice crowd on hand, even though the chilly temperatures are here. Hot chocolate, I'm sure, is being consumed by the gallon here in the stands. Oh, nice steal by Lake Orion, looking to push up. Looking for support. Crawford, number 10, with the ball. On the move. Collision, no call. Chip on. Misplay there. Danger, danger. Got to clean that one up and score. Quick score, 37-18. Dragons on top. 37-18. That is number 15. Who is that? Sydney Goodman. Gets the Dragons on the board here in the first half. One thing that you're going to have is solid defense against these Lady Dragons, and the net minding has to be no rebounds, no rebounds, no rebounds. We saw that Applefield was there, made the initial save, but then the cleanup easily handled by Lake Orion. They bury the ball at the back of the net at 37-18. Looks like we're having a little issue with our clock in the stadium. Still frozen at 37-18 after the goal by Goodman. Flag out there on the stadium is standing up, indicating a north breeze. Rather uncomfortable out here, but hey, you know, you play soccer in rain and sleet and snow. Nice challenge there by the defense, but again, the Dragons left-footed centering pass nearly gets through. Who's that? Butke, Gabriella Butke, number 20, trying to get a toe on that. Can't clean it up. Dragons another quality scoring chance. Two quick ones early in this contest. Looks like the clock has been fixed and is now continuing to run. If you're new to soccer, that clock will continue to roll and will only stop at a goal. And later in the half, as we trickle down, I believe it's below 5 minutes. If there's an injury or if there's a severe injury, the clock will also stop. All right, trying to chase that one down. Who's that? Number 13 for Kingswood is Abby Asmeni, the senior defender. Kicks that one out of play. So here we're going to have a corner kick here for Lake Orion. First one of the night for either squad. And these black jerseys make it difficult to see. I think that is Verlinden. Nice feed across the post, looking back door. And just a bit too much speed on that delivery from the corner kick. Verlinden has a monster leg. And ball is out of play. Looks like a goal kick coming or a throw-in. I think it'd be a throw-in for Kingswood. But again, as mentioned in the open, the Dragons are very, very strong on quarter kicks and set pieces. Just very accurate delivery into the box and on frame. And we see a lot of goals coming from the Lake Orion Dragons on those situations. Nice closeout by the Dragon D to shut that offense down. Kingswood just having a hard time getting any type of control and positive movement into their offensive end. Dragons are just standing tall, as would be expected. Good run down by number 10. Good speed by Crawford. And deflected out. Corner kick coming. Another one for Lake Orion. They set up for the corner kick. believe that's for Linden once again. Addison. Big right foot, drops it near side this time. Header and just out of play. Should be a goal kick. Nicely done by Verlinden. She corrected her power on that one and dropped it on the far post, and the Dragons nearly had a shot on frame. Kingswood on their heels early on in this first half. I want to thank you all for tuning into this matchup. I'm your announcer, Ian Locke, for Orion Neighborhood Television. If you'd like to work on productions like this, give us a call at 248-393-1060. We're always looking for volunteers to you ever want to call a game, give us a call. Or head over to our website to find more and find old matches. More information about ONTV, orionontv.org. Chip on over the crossbar. A little too strong and long on that one. Goal kick coming. Taking a look ahead, Dragons after this match will be on the road at Groves. And another road match up, that would be on the April 8th and April 10th are also on the road at Seaholm. That'll be a tough matchup for the Lady Dragons. Both Groves and Seaholm are tough teams in the OA White Division. Dragons still with it here. Still on the offensive attack. Chip out of play, should be throw-in here for Kingswood. Kingswood have not had a lot of touches on their offensive side of the ball yet this match. There's a long kick in, but again, sent back out by Lake Orion. Dragons again with control of the ball. And throw in for Kingswood. And Kingswood comes into this one dropping a match 4-0 to Dearborn Divine Child. Ooh, again. Good pressure being put on by Lake Orion. Trying to get a number. Is that 20? Gabrielle Bucky. Size and strength inside, a whole head taller than number 4 on the defensive side for Kingswood, and that's Kenzie Pankopf doing her best to lean into that offensive player for Lake Orion just to turn them away. Throw in for Lake Orion. Dragons really putting this offensive pressure on Kingswood in the early stages of this first half. Nice turn there by the Dragons, trying to set this one up. Way to stick with it on offense. Trying to dribble through the defense. Difficult right foot. Low screamer, score!
Orion goal by Sydney Goodman.
Goodman, number 2 on the night. My word. At 31-26. Goodman, the senior, has 2 tallies tonight already. And the Dragons are on the verge of blowing this one open early. If you're wondering if Lake Orion gets to an 8-goal lead, the match is called. It's over. So there is a mercy rule here. And Kingswood has to get some sort of offensive going and shore up that defense. Or this one can get out of hand very quickly. I don't anticipate that happening. We saw, again, they were at Dearborn Divine Child and lost 4-0. Not like 8-0, 7-0, that sort of thing. We've seen some teams come in here that just give up massive amounts of goals, and you kind of have an understanding that if they're not ready for Lake Orion's defense and offensive attack, those games can end very quickly in a mercy call. This one should go the distance. Clock continues to roll here inside 31 minutes in this first half. Dragons up 2-0 on the 2 goals by Goodman. Sydney Goodman on a mission today. And right place, right time, and just taking what the defense is giving you, and good support from her teammates to clean up on those, failure to clear, as they say, if you can't clear it on defense. Good hustle by 25 for Kingswood, Amaya Shahad. Out of play, throw-in coming for foul on the play. First whistle, really, of the night, so some substitutions coming in. Not a lot of whistles on this the game so far. We've had contests where they blow the whistle every 2 seconds. So far, whistle's been pretty quiet, but again, offensive push by Lake Orion is kind of the reason for that. Got to give number 20, Butke, kudos for that last goal, is possibly an assist. There's Bucky there trolling that middle, looking for where to dish that ball off. Nice steal by Kingswood. Looking for small positives, got to clear that ball quicker. Dragons will close out very fast. Nice turnaround by Torres, number 10 for Kingswood, trying to keep that one alive, and it's out of play. And should be a throw-in for Kingswood, I believe. Dragons have size and speed out there, and a lot of experience, as we mentioned in the open. 10 seniors on this squad. Coming near side. That's Verlinden, Dylan Verlinden, the senior, number 6. Making a move there, out of play. Should be a throw-in here coming for throw-in. Nope, foul called. Second foul call of the game. Trying to get that one out of the end. Good jump there by Lake Orion to send it back in. Everything is difficult for Kingswood so far in this match. Ball control clearly favors Lake Orion. They've only had Kingswood's only been on the Dragons side of the field for a couple of seconds. It's really been tilted towards Lake Orion. Again, they're on the move with room to roam, finding those lanes, trying to turn on it. Nicely done. Get a shot off right foot. Ooh, far post. Good stop by Applefield for Kingswood. Another nice turn by Lake Orion. Good steal by Kingswood. Step over, and they're on the move. First offensive rush we've seen. Going outside with it. Chasing that one down is... Can't see the number on the jersey. That hurts, especially in that cold. Trying to put that pressure on by Maddie Plotsky. Number 12 for Kingswood. The Dragons are on a roll. Coming near side, attacking that middle of the field, and that pass is on time and in the net. Oh, they're calling off sides, I think. Oh, boy. Verlinden tallied it. She thought she had it, but that is offside. You can see shaking her head, but what a play. It was very, very close. If you're not... So free kick coming here for Kingswood after the offside call. That was very close. So offside is called when the offensive player is beyond the last defender if the ball is delivered. So all of the offensive players have to stay behind the defense, or in front of the defense, I should say, until the ball is kicked to them. Then they can proceed past the last line of defense. If you can't just park a player in front of the goalkeeper and just stay there the whole game. So that was a very close call. I thought it was pretty clean, but what are you going to do? I just have a microphone. Inside 26 minutes in this first half, Dragons in command. 2-0 over Cranbrook Kingswood on 2 goals by Goodman, Sydney Goodman, number 15. Offensive explosion here in the first half. Nice changes coming here for Dragons, new subs. Dragons will sub in and out freely. Centering pass, especially against Kingswood, you can get the idea that a lot of kids can play. And out of play, is that a corner? Looks like a corner kick coming for Lake Orion. Didn't see the indication by the referee. Yep, they're setting for the corner kick. We saw Verlinden handle those duties in the corner there. As the Dragons set up for this corner kick. Let's see far post. What do we have? The ball keeps blowing off the field. It is that blustery out there. See, the ball keeps blowing. That is wild. Yeah. Low screamer had no chance. It was just that ball just threw off the rhythm of that kick and just couldn't get it set up. It is that windy out here, but it also shows the speed of this turf. If you're not familiar with soccer and stuff, we're used to playing on grass, right? So these days, a lot of artificial surfaces are used nowadays for high school sports more than ever. Maintenance costs are projected to be less over time, and you can play in all weather conditions without really destroying your field, and the cost of fixing and repairing grass fields. But the one drawback is these surfaces are very quick. As you can see, just that stiff breeze coming out of the north was blowing that corner kick positioning of the ball out of play and just kind of threw the timing off. Dragons still putting on that pressure. Throw in. Still alive. Kingswood just content to clear it out, just swarming the ball now. 3 defenders on each possession, but the Dragons still come away with it. Still the aggressor and strong. Trying to turn on it, having a hard time. As Torres coming near side here as Kingswood defense tries to close on it. Dragons on the move. Finding those lanes, Dragon spacing is nice. And Kingswood just trying to play catch up. Sydney Korth, number 7 for Kingswood in action out there, trying to do her job. Dragons again get possession. Look at the battle out there for that ball. Korth looking for a whistle, didn't get it. Kingswood has it now. They have a chance. A little taparoo, but not enough mustard on it. The Dragon defense steps up and turns it the other way, and the Dragons have another offensive opportunity here. Oh, splitting the defense, nicely done. That is onside and smartly kicked out of play by the Kingswood defense. Throw-in coming for Lake Orion. I think that's number 5, Paloma Torres. The sophomore midfielder checking that one out of play. Dragons on the throw-in. That is Gochai. Tapped out by Lake Orion, can't keep it in. Goal kick coming. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this telecast. ONTV's coverage of high school sports. Spring season is underway. We're hoping to get some warmer weather to try to bring you some softball action, men's lacrosse and women's lacrosse. Dragons defense again with possession of that ball, playing keep away. Ooh, nice closeout. Dragon giveaway in the middle of the field. Dragons recover. Good charge on that one by Sydney Korth, though, number 7 for Kingswood. Had an opportunity there. Can't tally it as a quality scoring chance just yet. No shots on goal for Kingswood. But that is the furthest into the Dragon defensive end that they've been able to get the ball. And nice charge out by Applefield to gather that one in for Kingswood. A lot of teams against Lake Orion will, instead of have the goalkeeper on goal kicks, handle the kickoff duties. They usually have a offensive player, defensive player do the honors just to stay within the pipes, because the Dragons are so good at attacking that ball that you better be in position right away after you let that ball fly on a goal kick, because they're going to be there waiting for it. Dragons again putting that pressure on. Nice tic-tac-toe passing, coming to the ball, nice sharing of the ball. Very self-aware is this team. Kendall Jubiak, the freshman, number 13, gets a toe on it. The lone freshman on this varsity squad for Lake Orion. Not many freshmen make this varsity squad, especially with the depth on this team. Dragons looking to reset here on offense. Oh, push from behind, easy call. That's a dangerous foul there for Kingswood. We'll see how the Dragons do on this free kick at 19:26. Not sure why the clock stopped running. Having a hard time with this scoreboard today. Oh, chip on. Oh, and a deflection and gathered in. Dragons were there on that near side post, but Joni Applefield was there to bring it in, number 16 between the pipes, the senior goalkeeper. And punt down range. Didn't look too confident on that one. Again, that wind out of the north from left to right is knocking those punts down too. So just all around bad news and tough conditions for Kingswood. Dragons with it again and on the move. Leading 2-0 here by 2 goals by Goodman. About 6 minutes apart at 37-18 of the first and 31-26. Goodman tallies 2.
First call, 200-meter dash.
Foul called on Kingswood. Free kick coming. Let's see what we got here. Torres, nope, I'm going to give it to 13. Abby Esme, senior defender with the honors on the kit. Sporting the jersey 13, number 6, Kendall Pankoff, wearing the captaincy armband. I like that they do that, identifying the captains with the armbands. Usually they're the ones that speak to the ref and try to get things organized and all that good stuff. Down the line and across that end line. Good feed, but again, the speed a little too much. I think that was Dylan Verlinden on the rundown. Either that or Evelyn Taylor. That's Taylor, number 7. The senior trying to run that one down. Oh, see, there we go. What we're talking about. The goalkeeper was doing that free kick, or the goal kick, and just can't send it down range. They're saying it was off of Lake Orion. It hit. Yeah, there's a correction. That was off of number 7, Korth's shoulder out of play. It is a Dragon throw-in. Ooh, dangerous play to center that one to try to clear it. Dragons are there, powering through. Drop to the turf. No whistle. Play continues. Oh, giveaway there. But again, gathered in again. Maya Patil Number 11 for Lake Orion, looking for support and finding it, trying to set up that far side. A little too much mustard on that. It'll roll out across that end line. Goal kick coming. Dragons still probing that defense and just proving a little too much for Kingswood in the Liz Crawford checks in for Lake Orion. Couldn't hear the other announced names, but Dragons will freely substitute in and out with a 2-goal lead. No shots on goal for Kingswood. No corner kicks earned either. Out of play, throw in here. Kingswood in the white, Lake Orion in the black. They're sharp uniforms, but sometimes it's difficult to read the numbers on the back of those jerseys. Dragons settle that one down, and they're on the attack. Look at the speed coming up that nice closeout. By Applefield, nicely done. Low kick again, can't get it to midfield. A lot of quality goalkeepers in the OA White division. We see these netminders really launching those punts and goal kicks out to midfield and beyond. Nice charge up that left side. I think that was Kira West, number 9, trying to run that one down on the left forward spot.
Cranbrook 55, Caroline Erickson. For the Dragons, team,
55, Carolyn Erskine checks in, the freshman defense and midfielder for Kingswood. 3 freshmen on this varsity squad, a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors as well for Kingswood. Lone freshman, Kendall Kubiak, is the lone freshman 9th grader on this Dragon varsity squad. Oh, nice shoulder nudge there by Kingswood. Nice challenge, nicely done by 13 to Chesso Abby SMA. Nice drop over and Kopf, chasing it down. Good defense by Lake Orion to send it out. Is it I think it's a goal kick. Good charge there by Kingswood. We'll call that a quality scoring chance. Why not? Get it that far into the box. A deflection here or there could change the complexion of this game. Dragons up 2-0. 13 minutes, approaching 13 minutes left in this first half. Kopitsky, first time touching the ball in this game. Coming near side, you see the delivery, the difference in the delivery by the netminders. Dragons chasing that one down. Kampf trying to center it. Still alive in that corner, looking for somebody open. That's 10, that's Torres. Finds a centering pass. Little life here in Kingswood. And sent down range by Lake Orion. It's very good offensive rush there by Kingswood. Abby Esme is one of the captains. Again, Kingswood trying to put some pressure on, chased down by Milan Torres, number 10. Unable to get there. Dragons on the move quickly. Always challenging. Dropped up that left side, and offensive rush ends as we are inside 12 minutes left in this first half. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Dragons will be on the road, like I mentioned earlier. They'll be on the road at Groves for April 8th and April 10th on the road at Seaholm. The next home game will be against Berkeley on the 15th. Projected 7:15 p.m. kick on that one. We just hope it warms up a little. It is a cold one out here today. With that wind's a little warm. Yeah, it is blowing pretty hard out here. Lily Franchek has it. Sophomore number 2, trying to look for something coming near side. Hear the screaming behind us at a track meet going on. Oh, nice give and go. Oh, hip check. Shoulder to shoulder. Ref says clean hit, play on. Trying to run that one down, and she does. Nicely done, keeping that in a win. That's Torres, number 10. Look at a little step over move, but Dragons were not fooled on that one. Coming near side. Trying to exploit the middle there. Number 8 trying to chase that one down. It's Sophia Baldwin for Kingswood. Dispossessed, and the Dragons are on the move. That's Franchek, number 2 for Lake Orion. The sophomore on the move. Lot of room to move. Nice tap near side. Not enough. Starting to open up a little bit here. Nice stride there again by number 7, Sydney Korth. Centering pass, no one home. Ooh, good defense. There was somebody home. Good defensive play by Lake Orion. And when you get into games like this where the offense is really putting the pressure on your opponent, defense can kind of sit back there and I'm going to say lose focus. We've never seen that. Nice centering pass going far post and just chipped over the crossbar. Quality scoring chance by Lake Orion, number 4. But again, talking about the defense, when they're not real busy, got to be sharp, got to be on top of things because these are varsity athletes at Kingswood, and they can turn the tables on you quick, and it's only a 2-goal lead. 1 goal here by Kingswood changes the scope of this game in an instant. Dragons look to turn. Mary Graves, number 17, trying to turn on that. We're going to say a Kingswood throw-in. Abby Esame with the throw-in. One of the captains on this Kingswood squad. As Erskine, number 55, looks on, trying to get something going. Always feels like there's 4 black jerseys around that ball. Rosalina Gochai, number 5, with the ball on the throw-in because of the nice tap-a-roo by Lake Orion to get possession of that ball. Looking for support. Setting it up is 12. That's for Veronchik. Nadia. Oh, no, nice inside move. Long, strong right kick. Right leg feed into the box. And, yeah, you don't want to goof around. Pick it up. That should be a corner kick. Or was it knocked out by Lake Orion? Ooh, Kingswood got lucky on that one. You don't want to goof around. Just smother that ball, pick it up, and move on. Again, Applefield having a hard time with that breeze, getting that ball down range on goal kicks and free kicks. It's just barely getting outside the 18, and Dragons at the throw-in. Gochai, number 5, with the honors. The junior. We have number 3s out there. Paisley Frisch, a senior. There with the orange shoes, coming near side, drawing the defense in. And a turn and go. Fighting in the box. And, yeah, they'll call a foul. Crawford, number 10. Liz Crawford, the junior, called on the harm there. You can put your hands up, but, yeah, you're behind. She was behind the defender and knocked her down. Kingsville looking to move. Your side should roll out a play. Throwing coming for Lake Orion. I didn't see a. Kingswood saying it wasn't on them. Dragons looking for the ball. 6:30 left in this first half. Dragons with a throw-in. Down the line, nicely done. Good turn on that by Frisch. And they're going to say a throw-in out of play. See the nice crowd on hand. Stocking caps, winter jackets, and set a Tootsie Pop. That's crazy. In the stands, people enjoying their sweets. Watching the Dragons. Oh, wide open in the middle. Can't get enough lumber on it. I think that was Frisch. Can't see the number, but that was a good quality scoring chance. 5th of the night for Lake Orion. Left footer couldn't get a wind up on that one. Clearing that one into space. Again, just the pressure the Dragons offense is putting on this Kingswood D is going to be tough sledding and out of play. Throw in for Kingswood. Shazad, number 25 with the honors. Nope, she drops it back for, I think it's 21 asked for. And Dragons trying to get organized here. Good spacing. Dragons, you can tell this is a well-seasoned Dragons squad. They know where their teammates are going to be. The experience is showing in the off-ball movement. Getting in possession, that would have been close to offside if they delivered the ball up the middle. Good step over by Kingswood to get that one out, but again, back into the green and white's possession, and they're on the move. Nice lane, that's onside, and smartly cleared away. Tapped down by Maya Patil, number 11, keeping it alive. Had her hand up, calling for it. Kingswood on the move. Bumped off the ball. Number 5, Paloma Torres, trying to keep her balance there. Does, sends it in. Dragons close the door very quickly. And a little too much mustard near side, and it'll be a throw in here for Kingswood. Inside 4 minutes. Boy, would Kingswood like a tally before end of half. Abby Asme, opens in the right with the throw in. Clock has stopped and burped. Clock's having a hard time today. Must be running in the back end, just having a hard time to catch up. And Dragons are there. Clearing kick didn't work, but the Dragons get organized. Pull back. There's 55, Erickson, nicely done down that near side on the line. Out of play, Kingswood throwing. Signs of life here in the later stages of this first half by Kingswood's offense. Obstructed view here from our camera as the fans stand and stomp their feet to try to stay warm. Just not enough movement. Dragons collapsing on that ball, just nowhere to go with it. Nice turn by Plotsky, but again, stolen by Lake Orion. Send one out the far side, looking for some wheels to chase that one down. Dragons looking to the center of the field once again and cleared out by the defense of Kingswood. Dragons looking for support to set up that offense. Good ball control all game long. I'd say 98% of the time off this clock as the ball's been in the possession of the Dragons. Inside 2 minutes here. Dragons just business as usual. What you see is what you get. This is how they've operated over the last 3 years. Strong defense. Good spacing. Smart passing. Solid goalkeeping. Not one real superstar on this squad. Sometimes you have a team that has just that bona fide superstar. Anybody on this offensive end can score. We've seen that over the years. Goodman has 2 goals tonight, number 15, and she's a star so far of this contest, striking first at 37-18 and then again at 31-26 for the 2-0 lead inside 60 seconds. Dragons looking for another one. Nice inside move. Cleared out by Kingswood. Dragons trying to turn on that. Nice move by Dylan Verlinden, number 6, trying to center that ball. And big send in. Still alive. You got to trap that ball. Danger, danger. Dragons have it on that far left side, trying to turn. Nice defense by Kingswood to steer that one away, but again, a lot of space for the Dragons to roam. Low screamer, ooh. That save is tougher than it looks, and 10 seconds to go in this half. That'll be it. Dragons up 2-0 as we close out the first half. Solid half of play for the green and white. We're going to step away real quick. We'll have the second half kickoff right after this. You're watching ONTV's coverage of Dragons sports here. Stay tuned.
Orion Neighborhood Television is your community media outlet. Our mission is to empower community members and groups to create, communicate, and connect through television and video production. For more than 35 years, ONTV has offered video production classes to residents of all ages and provides them with the equipment and facilities to produce their own programs. Not only are residents encouraged to produce programs, but ONTV staff produces programs that promote local nonprofits and community groups like the Chamber of Commerce, the Orion Township Public Library, the Lake Orion Lions Club, and the Orion Arts Center, to name a few.
ONTV has been very important for all our events. We have our community Dragon on the Lake and Art and Flower Fair. We also have our holiday market, and they're always out there promoting us and covering our events, but also promoting through on-site interviews at the studio, which are very helpful, and to have the footage after for us to be able to use in our marketing materials and to put on our Facebook. It's been really beneficial for us.
Yes, ONTV has just been a great partner. We're so thankful for them. And what they do is they really come to all of our events, especially our ribbon cuttings. Having their ribbon cuttings documented so that they can archive it, put it in their business history, post it on social media means so much to our small business owners. They've really never seen anything like that before, and that's what's so unique about the Orion community and ONTV is that they're always there for us. Last year they did 18 ribbon cuttings. They stay from the start to the finish. They interview the small business owners, and we all just couldn't be more grateful.
That exposure is just critical to us. We have to get the word out there about how people can volunteer more. That's a thing that's becoming less and less important to people in this world. And the more we can get the word out with your help, the better off we all are in the community.
The staff ventures out into the community to cover events like parades, festivals, concerts, and high school sports. And for more than 30 years, ONTV has provided the equipment and staffing needed to televise township and village meetings live to Lake Orion residents.
In Michigan, it's a unique model, and I don't know how it works in other states, but in Michigan specifically, we don't have to pay to put the equipment in our facilities so we can broadcast these meetings. And government transparency, it's not just a buzzword, it's required in today's day and age. But the fact that our residents aren't paying for that through their property taxes is invaluable in my opinion. The fact that it's funded through these franchise fees that the cable companies have paid forever, a few pennies literally on cable bills helps fund this really important, government isn't trusted anymore. This is one way people trust us because we're closer to them, but everything we do is in the light of day. And it's thanks to this funding that exists, a really unique mechanism that allows us to continue to give that to our residents.
I think it's mission critical for clarity, honesty, and just getting the message of local government out to its residents. I mean, social media has become a way to do that, but ONTV is on social media. So I don't think that we can broadcast meetings in any other way or better at a better rate or a better price than what ONTV provides.
ONTV also provides the video equipment that Lake Orion High School students use as they prepare for a career in broadcasting.
The franchise fees, the PEG fees that fund ONTV and the Cable Commission actually benefit and fund our program as well. We're able to ask for grants from that organization, from ONTV, from the Cable Commission to help us. We're very fortunate to have one of the best broadcast programs in the state, if not the country, and they're a huge funding revenue source for us to be able to provide our students, past and present, with amazing technology that's very comparable to what the professionals use in the industry.
ONTV's podcast studio and training give producers an opportunity to educate and entertain listeners. To sign up for classes or for more information, call 248-393-1060 or visit orionontv.org.
Second half about to get underway. Kickoff is imminent. Dragons up 2-0 as we start this second half against Cranbrook Kingswood. Dragons in the first half dominated time of possession, offensive efficiency, corner kicks, scoring chances, 3 corner kicks earned, 5 quality scoring chances to 1. And no corner kicks for Kingswood. If you're just checking in, 2 goals by Goodman, number 15 at 37-18 and 31-26 in the first. And that's where we sit. I'd say Cranbrook Kingswood had one decent chance, a centering pass which was deflected out in the box by the Lake Orion defense, but that was it. And the Dragons looking to close this one out. Another goal. We've seen it before. They just don't allow scoring. Dragons win games 2-0, 1-0, 3-0, right? They just don't allow a lot of scores. Very experienced squad here, loaded with seniors, 10 to count. Defending district champions, coming off a wonderful OAA White Division record just a year ago, dropping in the regional semifinals to Heartland 3-2, and Heartland was the eventual Division I state runner-up. Adams takes the state title in women's soccer a year ago. Another OAA team in red. Dragons trying to set it up. Still, again, defense for Kingswood cleans it up, clears it. Dragons are back at it. Oh, unmarked over that far side. Danger. Because 19, Lillian Brodowski has one of the armbands on out there. Nice inside move there by Kingswood to try to get something going. Good play by 5, Paloma Torres. Torres has had a nice game, as has number 7, Sydney Korth. Calling their names quite a bit out there. A lot of hustle, a lot of heart, a lot of effort from those 2 players. Kingswood's coming off a 4-0 loss on the road against Dearborn Divine Child. Dragons are coming off a road victory, a 3-0 shutout against the Wildcats of Oxford. So a rivalry match early in this season. Always fun against Oxford. Oxford and Lake Orion, it doesn't matter what the records. I know it's cliche, you hear it all the time, but we've seen Lake Orion teams who have been dominant. Oh, here's the Dragons inside the box. Danger chance. Tap on. Nice save. Sitting there yapping away, and a nice offensive play. Geez, that was Goodman again. Only tallies a 3rd. That was wild. Good setup there by her teammates to get her the ball inside the box. Just Taps it in, but even a better save by Joanne Applefield. Trying to feed that ball in, trying to run that one down. Looks like the Dragons have changed goalkeepers for the second half. Here, the two goalkeepers are Kylie Kapitsky and Jolie Lambert. I think that's Lambert. Lambert is a junior. And chip off number 33, that is Allie Thatcher, so a throw in for Lake Orion. Nice turn by number 8, Sophia Baldwin for Kingswood. Out of play, Lake Orion throwing. Yeah, but talking about Oxford, Lake Orion, we've seen teams like Lake Orion have just a stacked roster and a crazy record going into Oxford, and Oxford limping along in the season, and they end up taking them down. You know, we've seen them, they've met up in district finals and district first round, second round, and just had epic battles over the years. It's always fun to see the Wildcats and Lake Orion Dragons go at it. Here's the Dragons again, putting pressure on inside. Nice tap, left foot. And Applefield is there once again. She's been on her toes, and that last offensive rush, she closed out on the near break. Made the right decisions. This game could easily be 3-0 here early in this second half. Throw in here for Lake Orion. Whistle behind us is for the track meet that's taking place. I believe it's Lake Orion and Troy going head-to-head on the track today. Foul called, free kick coming here for Kingswood. Nice long delivery. You can see the tailwind helped them immensely on that one as it's cleared out by Paisley Frisch for Lake Orion. Throw-in coming for Kingswood. That wind is coming. It's coming in gusts now. It was pretty steady in that first half, but it was hard for Applefield for Kingswood to get that any type of punt or clearing kick in that first half. All right, nice turn on that. Oh, nice up that far left side. Their Dragons are calling for offside, and it's not coming. You can see number 12, Nadia Franchik, with her hand up. Oh, and that was offside. And one thing we know is you can complain all day long to the referees after they make their decision. You're not changing their mind. Short kick out of the box. Dragons with it. Looking to set up that O. Inside move by Paisley Frisch, number 3. Dragons still have it, sent it down range. Running on that one. Still alive on that right side. Right foot screamer. Oh, just wide of the net. I think that was Dylan Verlinden, number 6, her second shot on goal. That's a corner kick coming for Lake Orion. Nicely done by Verlinden. Thought she had one earlier, but it was offsides. Chased another one down. Good run there on that right side. Corner kick coming. Dragons are dangerous in here. Chip on. Nice side near or far post. Tap out. Couldn't keep it in. Couldn't get a solid header on that one. Goal kick coming for Kingswood.
Let's make life easy for our clerk. Just when I say ready for it.
Let's see how Applefield handles this goal kick here. Yeah, much better kick there. Best one of the night for the Kingswood goalkeeper. That wind was really knocking the ball down. I think that's why the Dragons settled. Again, here we go. Butke centering pass off the upper right 90. Out of play. Ninth quality scoring chance for Lake Orion to just 1 for Cranbrook Kingswood. Not a lot of answers here for Coach Brown for Kingswood. Got to have a bend but don't break defense, and you're hoping for just a fluke bounce or a drop in and a break. Lake Orion just does not give up those types of goals that often. Usually the pass is on time and to the right colored jersey. There's challenges, but they're usually pretty solid on their delivery, just like that one off that right side. Making another run, tapping in. Kings was there, content to knock it out. I think that was Torres once again with the smart play. Lily Franchek with the throw-in, number 2 for Lake Orion. Kingswood sends that one down range. Already close to the 30-minute mark of this second half. There's Sydney Korth again, number 7. She's been everywhere. And she's been a bright spot here for Kingswood. Pullback lost the handle, deflected off of, what are they going to say? Kingswood throw-in. Kingswood throwing. Dragons got to watch out throwing the ball down. They get a little warning from the referee. Orth trying to turn on that, out of play. Dragon ball. Subs coming in, or were coming in at the last one, just announced. Wins to, wow, I can't hear the names being called. Dragons coming near side. Butke. Nice pass, nice leading pass. Elizabeth Crawford, number 10. Nice inside, no drag, no call. Play continues, wow. That's usually a foul. One thing we've seen, 19 with a throw-in, that's Lillian Brodowski for Lake Orion. She has it. She's got all day in the world to set up a chip on, and she doesn't get through. No. That was close. Dragons trying to turn on it, still alive. Now going to call. Nope, play continues. That was a whistle from the track meet. Thank you, whistle from the track meet, to think that the play stopped. Throw-in coming for Lake Orion. Inside 29 minutes. So far, Kingswood's done a nice job on defense, holding the Dragons scoreless. Oh, hit her head. That's tough. Still alive, Kingswood. That's Korth. Trying to set her. No one there, but yeah, that's a toughie. Beelan Torres goes down and rotates on her back and bangs the back of her head. She's still rubbing it and holding it. That is tough. Tough news. You got to watch that because concussions easily had. Centering pass, chip on, easily handled. That's a tough one. Time continues to roll here. Trying to sit up here for the goal kick. But yeah, that was a nice offensive rush. Oh, miss kick there. That'll go out of play. Dragons. Oops, unforced error. Lake Orion with it. You do not want to do that. Crawford with the throw in. Nice steal by number 10, Beelan Torres, after bonking her head on the turf hard. Comes back strong, cleared out by Nadia Fedoranchik on D, just finding the open player. Nice battle over there, 13, Abby Asimi. Battle, battle, battle.
Playing for Lake Orion, number 7, Evie Taylor, 14, Maya Check.
Evie Taylor checks in, and I didn't get the last one, but some subs for Lake Orion. They're freely subbing in and out. Still alive over there, turning on the ball are the Dragons. Finding, giving goal, called for it. Here it is, shot. Oh, high and wide. Huge leg. Is that Goodman again? Monster leg, effortless delivery, just huge. If she shot that from just inside midfield at distance, that would have been a challenge for the netminder for Kingswood to handle. Everybody wants a point-blank shot, but if you shoot from distance, make them go up for it. Out of play. Looks like Kingswood wants some subs. Gonna have to wait. Dragons just have size and speed on Kingswood in abundance. And ball out of play, Dragons throwing. Got to give it to Kingswood. They've done a nice job in this second half of slowing down that Dragon offense. They're putting pressure on. Trying to keep it close. Nearly got away from number 25. I don't have a 25 on my roster. Big foot going far or right post low. That'll be a corner kick coming for Lake Orion. 5th of the night. Gabby Butke, number 20, just a towering presence out there with a monster leg. Dragons will do the honors here. Is at 16. Addie Verlinden, the senior. Right foot from that corner. Decides to deliver it. Near side header. Tap in, out of play. Goal kick coming. That thing knuckled over. Not a lot of mustard on that shot. She's going near side and letting the offense crash inside the box, but didn't work. Thatcher checks in, number 33 for Cranbrook Kingswood. Called her name a couple times tonight. Dragons again on the move. Butke settling that one down. Nice off pass, give and go, looking left foot. Good defensive stand by Kingswood there to shut Butke down there. She looked like she was one step away from making it through. Centering pass, little errant there by Lake Orion. Kingswood, whoa, you communicate in the white jerseys, need to do it. 25 has it, sends it up range, it's Shazad. And again, Torres goes down in a heap. Foul called. She's getting well acquainted with this Lake Orion AstroTurf here. Had a frightening fall, grabbed her head after she smacked the back of her head on the turf on a run on the left side not too long ago. Kendall Pankoff, number 6, with a delivery out of play. And what's he saying? Where's the flag? Kingswood ball. Always tough in those close quarters to get something set up. And it's Kingswood ball again as Shazad tried to get something going there. Back into the melee, out of play, be Dragon ball. Standing room only along the fence. Nice Lake Orion crowd out here to watch this one. Wind is picking up here again in the second half as it was in the first. Just steady. Died down there for a little bit. And it's back with a vengeance as we hit the 22-37 mark of the second half. Dragons up 2-0. 2 goals in the first half by Goodman. 37-18 and 31-26. Kingswood has distinguished themselves in this second half on their defense. The way the first half was, first 2/3 of that first half was looking like Dragons were going to run away with it, and that is not the case. Kingswood has settled in on the defensive side. Ooh, missed hit there, but no one there to clean it up for Lake Orion. Dragons just showing their speed to the ball and just closing down nicely. Great play by Dylan Verlinden, number 6. Outside feed, kind of give and goal, off angle. Dragons knock it back in. Kingswood sends it down range. A little back and forth affair. Handball. Handball by number 13, easily called. Abby Seme, the one of the captains on this Kingswood squad. Free kick coming for Lake Orion. Danger spot here. Big leg. So that's Sydney Goodman, I believe, on the honors here. 2 goals tonight. Let's see what happens. Chip on, nicely done, and a header by number 6 for Linden goes out of play. And what a delivery, nicely done.
Dragons number 5, Rosie Goychak. 16, Addison Verlinden. 13, Kendall Jakubiak. 11, Maya Patel.
Wholesale changes for Lake Orion. Jubiak back in the match. 4 white jerseys, 2 Lake Orion jerseys, and they battle it out to, that was close one. Dragons wanted that one. Evelyn Taylor, number 7, calling that one. Keep that ball on the turf. Ball is bouncing all over the place. Different lineup here for Lake Orion. 3 black jerseys around 1 white. That is not a recipe for a solid offensive stand. Dragons on the move. Tic-tac-toe running, just dodging, bobbing, and weaving. That is onside. Dylan Verlinden running that one down. Still on, chip on, shot in the center. Nicely done. Taylor giving the pass up. Here we go. Another Taparoo trying to deliver it, just can't get a shot off. 16 down there, Addison Verlinden trying to get one on. Chip on again. Ball is alive in that box, try to get out of the 18. Kingswood in danger territory here. And out of play, nicely done by Evelyn Taylor, number 7 for Lake Orion, trying to keep that pressure on. My goodness. Dragons settle that ball down and get a solid toe on it. They have a good chance of tallying a 3rd goal tonight. Inside 19 minutes here in the second half. Dragons up 2-0. Time continues to roll here. Time of possession a little better this second half. Dragons really owned the time of possession battle in that first half. I mean, it was ridiculous, really. But again, Cranbrook Kingswood has come out in the second half and shown that they belong on this field with Lake Orion, and they're holding their own. Only a 2-0 lead, 1 goal. Cuts that lead in half. Who checks in? Liz Crawford, number 10 for Lake Orion. The junior checks in. You hear that wind gusting out there. Dragons with the near side. Got a little ahead of herself. Who's at 11? Maya Patel. Checks back up, looks for support and gets it. Coming near side, looking for the open space, switching the field. That's for Linden. Ooh, nice centering pass. Oh, almost gets through. Dragons again. Danger space, but again, good closeout by Kingswood to get that one moving. It's number 8, good run up the middle there. Sophia Baldwin trying to get something going, but just didn't have the wheels to break away. Torres on the ground again, doing what she does best, is being a pest, which we like to see. Dragons calling for a foul because not going to get it. Chipped up. Oh, centering pass, good stop there, still alive. Danger inside the 18, looking for the right foot, got it. Oh, good defensive stop. Is that Patil trying to right foot it? Good defensive close. That ball is still alive. How is that possible? Looking for a left foot, high score! Patil with the third tally of the night, 16:46 of the second.
Orion goal by Maya Patel.
Maya put that pressure on, just stayed and fought for her ground and won that one, got the left foot high and moving away from the netminder for Kingswood. Joanne Applefield had no chance on that one. Nicely done with some force. Dragons push that lead up 3-0. After a goal, you usually see the scoring side have a jump in energy. Dragons won another one. Patil's feeling it. She had her hand up. She's calling for that ball. Maya's on fire out there for Linden, splitting the defense, and it gets through. Trying to find Liz Crawford, number 10. I think that's 10 or is it 13? Kendall Jakubiak trying to settle that one in, and the blue shoes. No can do. Throw in for Kingswood here. Time continues to roll. Now for Kingswood, not only is the defense for Lake Orion a problem, but also the clock. Any type of comeback is going to be hard-pressed for Kingswood to turn the tide here or the momentum in their favor. Dragons have mixed and matched their lines here pretty steadily as Kingswood has stuck with their starting group, and Torres goes down again, hands on head. That is the second time she's hit her head. I think we're gonna have an injury timeout. We're gonna step away real quick. We'll be back after this.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
All right, back after that injury timeout. That's tough to see Beelan Torres, number 10, go down like that. That's the second time in this, in 7 to 8 minutes that she went to the turf and hit her head. That is something you got to watch out for. You know, concussions are a serious heads up here for especially women's soccer. Concussions are a higher volume in women's soccer than ice hockey. Can you believe that? So yeah, it's something that coaches and officials and players are looking out for. So hopefully number 10's all right. As the sun decides to make a rare appearance today. Collision, two white shirts collide together and the Dragons send it down range. As we are approaching 14:30 here left in this match. Dragons up 3-0. Latest goal, first of the second half, is by Maya Patil, number 11, at 16:46. Good to see the sun out. So it does exist. It's not a myth. Heard a rumor there's a big glowy object in the sky, and it's called the sun, and I guess this is the first time we get to see it this spring. Ian Locke here for ONTV calling this match for you. If you're interested in helping out ONTV on games such as this, give us a call at 248-393-1060. Visit our website at oriontv.org, where you can watch a full lineup of our video on demand service of games, meetings, different programs, podcasts, you name it, we have it. Working with Dragon Broadcasting students to bring you Dragon sports all year long. Always like spring season, get outside. It's warming up again after the long winter months. And the bummer is that it always seems like it's way too short. When you hit fall and winter, that just takes forever to get through, and then you're so happy spring's here, then next thing you know, it's June and school is out and we're all done. Look at that wind blow the ball. Still having a hard time with that wind. Kingswood with some pressure here. Let's see what happens. Nice tap into the box and trying to turn on it, and the shot on goal. First shot on goal today for Kingswood. Maddie Plotsky, nicely done by number 12. Call that a quality scoring chance. That's her second one of the day. Nice, even a nice return by Paloma Torres, number 5. Trying, still pushing, still fighting out there. Only the second match of the year for Kingswood. They were on the road at Dearborn Divine Child. Oh, splitting the defense, nearly run it down, and she does. My goodness, Dragons still have it. For Linden, goes far side looking for a centering pass. Who's at 17? Maya Graves. Mary Graves, the sophomore, earns the throw in after trying to run that one down and centering that up. Good hustle by Graves. Maya Patil, lone goal in this second half with it. Turns on it, still has it. Switching the field, looking for an open player. No one there. Cleared out by Kingswood. Dragons step up, aggressive on offense once again. Who thought she was going to take a swing at it? Nope. But still a lot alive here. Oh, geez, wide open in the box and just can't get a toe on it. Who's that? Jakubiak. Still in the just outside the box, just probing. Flat-footed on that pass. Couldn't run that one down is Jakubiak. Trying to go hip to hip. Get back in the play. And what are they going to say? Delay foul on Lake Orion? I missed that one. I think they call it on Jakubiak. She fell down, tripped, and I didn't see any harm there. Play should have continued, in my opinion. But again, what do I know? I just have a microphone. Free kick coming. Looks like number 13 will have the honors. That will be Esameni, one of the seniors, or excuse me, captains on the squad, and a senior. Let me double check. Yep. Goal kick coming here for Lake Orion. Again, that clock is against Kingswood. Lily Brodowski checks in for Lake Orion, wearing number 19, the junior. Let's see this goal kick. Nice. That's how it's done. Ooh, good rush here for Kingswood. Oh, if that ball was just settled down on the turf, it's a different ball game there. Different scoring rush altogether. Dragons were happy to have that ball bouncing around that turf. Jakubiak. Dragons turn on it. For Linden. Nice move, nice split in the D. Wow, what a single effort. Nicely done by Verlinden. That's a third opportunity for her alone today that just was scooped up by Kingswood's netminder, Applefield. Everything but the back of the net for Verlinden. Nice turn, still alive. Here we go, give and go, coming near side. Room to roam. Oh, Turf Monster got a hold of the cleats there and caused the mishandle there. Everybody calling Verlinden's name. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Nice dodge there by Kingswood. Number 25, Amaya Shazad. Kingswood, they really don't have a bench. I think they've got 2 players sitting over there. Dragons are loaded with players. They can cycle them in and out, but what you're seeing out here for Kingswood in the white jerseys is the team. That is the team. They play in the Catholic League, coached by David Brown. So this time of the match, you can say Kingswood's legs have to be getting a little tired here. Dragons are subbing in and out freely. Lambert on the collection there and punts it down range. Nice boot on it and even a better header. Dragons looking to move. Ooh, tried to split that defense. Miss hit on the clear. Still alive. Mary Gray's 17, running that one down, looking for support, finds it. Dragons fighting over there. Nice steal by Maya Chap, number 14. First time calling her number today. Kingswood clears it. Yeah, I'm looking at the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4 subs for Kingswood, and one of those will be their backup goalkeeper. 2 goals scored. Number 15, Sydney Goodman checks into the contest once again. Chip on, nicely done, and even a better save. Applefield doing her job, making the saves she needs to make. I think one of the goals in that first half was a misplay. She didn't smother the ball on her initial save, and Lake Orion cleaned up and sent it to the back of the net for a 2-0 lead in the first half. I think that was the first goal, 37-18 by Goodman. The first so far, that would be the game winner if everything holds as is. Inside 6:12 left in this contest. Clock has really seemed to run quickly as action continues here. 19 throws it in. That's Lillian Brodowski, the junior, coming near side to 13. That's Jakubiak, still alive. Jakubiak looking to wind up past the far side. Nice tap into the middle. Just keeping that Kingswood defense off balance, just finding those spaces. Ball's a little bouncy right now, trying to keep it on the turf. Take down, no whistle, play continues. They call it kind of late. I don't know why they didn't call it right away. Referee was looking to see who had the advantage on that one, but who is that? Went down in a heap. Is that 7? Is that Taylor? Nope. 21. Brooke Armstrong. Got her good. She's walking that one off. Can't tell if that was her hip going down. She went down and hit pretty hard. Nice long drop in the box. Still alive. 16. Chip on. Oh, save. Just out of play. Should be a goal kick or a corner kick coming for Lake Orion. Nicely done by, was it Addison Verlinden, number 16, sent that one down range. Huge leg for Verlinden. We see her take those corner kicks too. Corner kick for Lake Orion as we approach. We're inside, or approaching 4:30 left. Chip on high, Archer, and just wide right. Dragons hit that one on net, and that has a good chance of going in. We talked about it earlier, shooting from distance, especially with the wind. Kicking into the wind, it keeps the ball elevated, and it makes it difficult for the netminder to judge where that ball is coming down or not. Scramble in the middle to get possession. Good challenge by Jakubiak, 13. Dragons on the move once again. Missed clearing, still alive. Inside cut. Low screamer across the turf and gathered in by Kingswood. I think that was Verlinden once again. Addison Verlinden, number 16. Low clearing kick. That is out of play. Throw in coming for Cranbrook Kingswood. Well, their defense held for the longest time in this second half. 16-46 was the third goal, brought on by number 11, Patil. Offense had a chance for Kingswood to get something going. One save, 2 quality scoring chances all game. Dragons looking for support back to Lambert. A lot of wide green space here. Take your choice of where you're going to send it. Look down range, drop it in, and it's alive. Nicely done. Uh-oh, momentum. Dragons on the move, right foot. Chip on goal. Right, nice rise ball. Who is that? Is that Goodman again? At 2:47. Hat trick. Sydney Goodman comes off the bench and rolls a third, or rockets a third. That looked like a rise shot. A lot of power and just no chance. Kingswood had the clear. They did the right thing, but just didn't have enough mustard on it to get out of their end, and dropped it off right to the, charging Lake Orion offensive player, and then drops it off to Goodman, and she does the rest at 2:47. Drags up in command at 4-0, looking for more as Dragons sub out some of the players to get the bench active. That is a foul, easily called. Number 4 on the harm. Who is that? Kenzie Pankoff. Call on the foul. Sydney Goodman put her hands up going, are we going to blow the whistle? She's on the free kick here. Ooh, going for a streaking Verlinden. We're going to say offsides. Dylan Verlinden has done everything but tap in a goal. That's at least the 4th opportunity for Verlinden, number 6, to tally one tonight. 2 offsides calls, 2 at least saves by Applefield for Kingswood. As we're inside 90 seconds left in this contest, Dragons in command here. Another solid outing here at home for Lake Orion. Their home opener on March 19th was a 4-1 victory. Traveled April 1st on the road to Oxford Wildcats. They also got the victory 3-0, and they're rolling here for another victory at home, looking to move to 3-0 on this season as we approach 60 seconds left in this match. Solid outing for Lake Orion. Thought they could have more goals, especially against a team like Kingswood, but credit to Kingswood. They got back into this thing in the second half. Solid defense, good keep away, made the saves they had to. It was just too little too late, and the Dragons defense is way too strong. And here's one, and nicely done by Lambert to cover that one up. Want to preserve that shutout. A shared shutout by Kopitsky and Lambert. It's always a good deal. Well, they blow the whistle at 20 seconds. But yeah, kudos to the Lady Dragons here on home turf. They'll be on the road against Birmingham Groves on April 8th. And then another match on the road, Birmingham Seahome, for April 10th. So all next week they're on road, and they'll be back for 2 games at home for a homestand against Berkeley on the 15th, and Clarkston, the big matchup against rival Clarkston, as we do have an injury, trying to close this one out. It's a cramp. So they're out there trying to work the cramp there as we just have 20 seconds left in this contest. no doubt of who's going to take this one. But again, that homestand against Berkeley and Clarkston on the 17th. Encourage everybody to come out and take a peek at that one. Kickoff is at 7:15 p.m. Weather permitting, ONTV cameras will be here to collect that match. Always a good one against the Wolves of Clarkston. Let's take a look at Clarkston. What do we got here? How many games have they had so far? Clarkston has dropped their opener 3-0 to Rochester, and then they had a tie against Berkeley to open the season. So they're, I think they graduated a whole host of players and kind of wrapped that one up and kind of rebuilding this season. But always a good matchup, and like we said, you never know what's going to happen. Let's talk about the white division. Who's in the white division? Berkeley, Lake Orion, Seaholm, Royal Oak, Clarkston, and Groves. So we have a series of OA white division games coming your way. Hopefully we can get out here and it's not going to be rainy or gnarly as we close up on that injury timeout and wrap this victory up here at home for Lake Orion. As the sun pokes through the clouds, the wind subsides, of course, just as we're wrapping it up. Let's count this one down. 0. Dragons win. Solid defense. Let's take a look at the goals once again. You have Goodman with a hat trick, number 15. Sydney Goodman at 37-18 to the first and 31-26 of the first half, 2-0 lead, and then Dragons come out. Patil tallies one at 16:46 of the second, and then Goodman puts it away for a hat trick at 2:47 to close it out. Sun comes out, hands being shaken, saying, "Hi, thanks for the match. Maybe we'll see you next time." Again, congratulations to the Lady Dragons on the victory here. I'm Ian Locke for Orion Neighborhood Television. Head on over to orionontv.org for more game action all season long, and for more information how you can work with us on games just like this. We're closing this one out. Good night, everybody, from Lake Orion High School.